We are back. I'm your host, Terrell Thomas. We're live right now, as we are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Live Hip Hop Daily TV. And we just played you a few set of videos. The last video we played was actually by the gentleman that's accompanying me at the desk, Son NY and Nick Grant. All I know, you know what I'm saying? And without any further introduction, the man himself, Sonny, aka Son NY, is in the building with me. How you feeling today? We appreciate you. We appreciate you joining us at the desk. Now, you know, I've been letting our audience know that we have some special news that we're going to reveal later on in the show. Yeah. But I've known you for some time. You're a brother that I can truly say I love. You know what I'm saying? I've seen you grow as a man in the music career, you know, and then also as an entrepreneur because you're doing things outside of music and health and fitness. You're a loving father. You're a good man. You're a good man. So we're honored to have you. We're honored to have you here at the desk with us, and we're honored to have you with us in the future. But talk to me a little bit. You know, let me know about as I just gave mention to the members of our audience who may not know. You know, you're a true hip hop head. You're a true hip hop lyricist.
I'm what they consider in the hip hop community a hip hop head.
I dig it. I'm all the way live.
You know what I mean? I'm from the '90s era culture of hip hop. You know what I mean? I was backpacked out, Timberland boots, and not even fresh Timbs. You know what I mean? You bought fresh pair, and I rocked them to the soul leaned on them back then. You know what I mean? Fatigue coats and all. Yeah, I'm a hip hop guy.
So talk to me a little bit about when you're a native of Rochester, New York. We're down here in Atlanta. You've been in here in the Atlanta area for a while, but you represent Rochester. Yeah. Every little step you take, as Bobby Brown would say. So talk to me a little bit about what got you into the music realm. Your journey in Rochester and how you actually got here to Atlanta.
It's an interesting story, man, because honestly, I have to give a lot of credit to my homeboy Kurt Lacey first and foremost, and it starts with the fact that when I started listening to hip hop, of course I was like 6 years old or whatever. So up until my man Kurt called and said, "Yo, I wrote a rhyme," I never even really put it together that artist I wrote raps. You know what I'm saying? So at the age of 7 and on, whenever I engage in freestyle ciphers or battles or anything, whenever I would go to the studio and record, I would always just go with whatever was on the heart and on the brain. You know what I mean? A freestyle. So that's kind of how it started. It just started with my love for hearing rappers rap. You know what I mean? Back in the day, hearing that, watching videos, and then being on the streets and cats beatboxing or jumping in ciphers, and I'm listening and my brain conjuring words up, and next thing I start flowing. And like I say again, like until my man called and it was like, "Hey, I wrote a rap," and I'm like, "Word, you wrote a rap?" And he like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Dang!" So when we hung up, I grabbed my pen and pad and started filling up notebooks with raps. But we talking about like at least like 5 years of just raw rhyme.
So now we sit here now, and I mean
it's Friday.
It's Friday. You're releasing a lot of or you released a lot of new music recently. You had a project Booker Daniel that was out not too long ago.
Right.
But from writing journeys and writing in your journal in Rochester to 106 in Park.
Right.
Freestyle Friday.
Again, that journey just comes from my love for ciphers. You know what I mean? It comes from my passion of hearing artists. Like I was in LA during the BET Awards weekend, and I'm leaving from the BET Experience, driving through downtown LA, and I pull up at the light, and at the light I spot a cipher, but it's a bunch of Mexican teens spitting. You get what I'm saying? And the passion inside of me, bust the U-turn, pulled up on the block, hit the hazards, and I hopped out, and I witnessed my first time an entire Spanish cipher, and it sounded dope. It sounded like they were spitting about bricks and Uzis and bodying each other. It sounded like you know what I mean? It's like watching Pablo Escobar movie and then they rapping and it's fast. Man, it sounded ill. So I jumped in the cipher. You know what I mean? I jumped in the cipher with a bunch of Spanish kids that was spitting, and it was an uncontrollable thing. You know what I mean? It's like an involuntary muscle. You know what I mean? It's like the medulla oblongata. How you say the medulla oblongata?
Medulla oblongata.
Yeah, medulla oblongata. We've been on a lot of things today. The medulla oblongata is like that. It just naturally, as soon as I hear hip hop, as soon as I see rappers spitting, as soon as I see a cipher, it's like, yo, I need a piece of it. Word.
So talk to me about your experience on 106 in Park, because for some time you were the Freestyle Friday champ. Many of our younger viewers may not know of and that's kind of funny. You know what I'm saying, like it almost makes us feel like we seasoned vets in the game. 106 & Park, a big series that came on BET, originally hosted by Free and AJ.
Yep,
they used to have a series where they would allow artists to come on to their platform in a Freestyle Friday sense, and
you had to really demonstrate your talent.
You had to demonstrate how creative and witty you were. So to be called the champ.
I was a champ in Atlanta too. When I first moved to Atlanta, they had Hot 107.9 had a Freestyle Friday on the radio.
So did you have to become Atlanta champ before going to New York and
BET came to Atlanta to discover to get somebody from the South to represent on Freestyle Friday, but Atlanta wanted me to go rap, and then they did that like a little process of elimination over the radio, and I did that. You know what I mean? Shout out the artist from ATL named Pill. Pill was one of the is it Pill?
He was messing with MMG for a while, right? Yeah.
So that's, you know what I mean. He was one of the artists that that I ended up pushing out of the picture to go on 106 & Park.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy how things work. Yeah. So you were the champ on 106 & Park for a while, and it actually even it offered you a new step into the music business or into the hip hop world.
106 & Park, I kind of through the radio here in Atlanta, even back then, Atlanta was like it was even kind of almost even more crazier with the industry out here. So I had garnished up a good name in the music industry amongst people that was like, my name started buzzing within the Atlanta streets. You know what I mean? We was going to the clubs, me and my homies. So, people started putting a face with the voice. And then once the BET thing came, it was kind of, I think for Jermaine Dupri, who came on the show, surprised me in the last episode and gave me a chain and all that. You know what I'm saying? I think for him, at the time, he had just became president for Virgin Records. So I think it was kind of a situation that made sense at the time, even to me. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how I ended up officially crossing, cutting my own ribbon into the music industry. You know what I mean? But like I say again, it all started with me being a hip hop head, passionate about the culture, and just having that voice. You know what I mean? A fearless voice when it came to having to present my voice in any cipher. You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna show y'all that clip momentarily, but I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let the cat out the bag and let y'all know why Sonny is sitting with us here. So
I'm a part of this good news that's coming up.
You are the good news that's coming up. So here at Live Hip Hop Daily TV, Live Hip Hop Daily Studios, These Urban Times, we're trying to bring you the next level, the biggest and best things in hip hop and entertainment and sports. And one thing that's missing in hip hop right now, for real, in my opinion, is the true lyricism. The true lyricism. Being witty, the art of the battle and whatnot. So we're gonna bring that back. We're gonna bring that back right here each and every Friday. We're gonna present These Urban Times. Live Hip Hop Daily TV presents Freestyle Friday with none other than Terrell Thomas, hosted by the man himself, Son NY. So we're gonna give you the opportunity to come into the studio, to sit down at the desk, talk to us in an interview format, let us know what you have going on.
Yes.
Then hop in the booth and spit your best bars. We'll throw that out to the world online. Let them vote. You'll have an opportunity to win, and there'll be prizes that get bigger and better each week. So before we even start to kick this off, we'll be kicking this off next week. We'll have our first official Freestyle Friday. Before we kick this off, we're gonna let you get in the booth and actually showcase. We're gonna let you show them how it's done. We can't have the first one without you. We got a toast.
It's a lot of battle platforms out there, and a lot of great ones. And any platform for any artist to display their talent can be a great situation for the artists.
I dig that.
For the MCs. Let me stop. I don't even want to say artists, for MCs. You know what I mean? Because I don't even want to get MCs misconstrued with the word artist, because then they start wanting to do other things. This is for MCs. This is for the hip hop heads. All right. So the platforms for MCs is one thing that's like the battle formats. They cool. A lot of them seem to be real premeditated. You know what I mean? Almost like scripted rhymes. We want y'all to bring raw rhymes to the table. I'm not saying you have to freestyle, but I want you to just use as much wit and as much brain power as you can. You know what I mean? As well as your pen power.
And we're gonna mix it. We're gonna mix it up every week. Some weeks we'll bring some old school classics and let them spit, and some weeks we'll bring you some new beats from some of the hottest producers in the game. We're gonna get them the chance to shine.
Producers, you're gonna get your shot too. You know what I mean? That makes it even better, because you bring a fresh producer in here with a hot beat. You gotta bring fresh rhymes to the table, unless you're gonna Pro Tool your brain up and line them bars up on the spot. Let's get to it.
So before we actually have you in the booth, we gonna let Son NY bless that thing, baptize, Christian that thing. So
Let's
check
do
out
it,
this
man. It's Friday,
this clip
man.
from back when Son NY was the champ of 106 in Parks Freestyle Friday. And to earn your crown here, you're gonna have to talk to this man. We'll have different judges in a couple weeks, bigger and better judges as well. Son NY, we're gonna let them check out this clip, man. Then it's time for you to do your thing, man.
Let's get right to it.
Let's do it.
Enjoy this clip.